Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Bhurida Janaha Bhuvi Grinanti Bhurida Janaha. November 9th, 1884. Sri Ramakrishna was in his room, seated on a small couch and facing the east. The devotees were sitting on the floor. It was about midday when M arrived and took a seat after saluting the master. Gradually, other devotees began to gather. Vijay Krishna Goswami was there with several Brahmo devotees. The priest Ram Chakravarti was present also. Mahima Charan Narayan and Kishori arrived a few minutes later. All devotees have gathered, important devotees, and they are definitely sadhakas who are seeking God. It was beginning of winter, it's November 9th. Sri Ramakrishna had felt the need of some shirts and had asked him to bring them. 2 broadcloth shirts to bring them. Besides 2 broadcloth shirts, M had brought another of a heavy material for which Sri Ramakrishna had not asked. Master to M, you had better take that one back with you. You can use it yourself. There is nothing wrong in that. Tell me, what kind of shirt did I ask you to bring? M, sir, you told me to get you plain ones. You did not ask me to buy the heavier one. Master, then please take that one back. To Vijay and others, yes, you see, Dwarika Babu gave me a shawl. The Marwari devotees also brought one for me. I could not accept. Vijay interrupted the master and saying that's right, sir. If a man needs a thing, he must accept it, and there must be a man to give it. Who but a man will give? Master, the giver is the Lord Himself. Here is the difference. We consider in sadhu's life and aspirants' life, spiritual aspirants, even householders, when anything from anybody and help or anything comes, immediately their mind doesn't go, he has done me help. Sometimes they forget even to thank the person who has helped them, because they are very clear that God has helped him through that person. Because God has selected him to be a helper, God is helping this person in and through. So, because God has selected him to serve him, he is honored, he is respected, he is thanked. But the whole mind is, oh Lord, you have helped me. He appears in the mind for a while, disappears. This help that Lord has extended remains in the heart as a expression of gratitude. Thank you, Lord. The agent whom the God selected appears, receives its respects, and disappears. The God alone remains in the heart. It's almost all the spiritual aspirants will be viewing everything. Something bad happens. Somebody comes and starts scolding unnecessarily, or something happens. They wonder why God has brought him here. What purpose is there? Have I something to do for him? That he has come in here and he's scolding. Does he need my help? How the mind works, you see. He doesn't get angry. Instead, he analyzes. What is the purpose? What is to be attained? Look at the way they observe things and bring God into picture everywhere. Something bad befalls. Heavy shocks like a growing child is dead. What God wants to show. Reveal to me. What is He trying to make me understand? Life is just appearance and disappearance. What does God convey through this? Attachments are causes of suffering. What exactly? Why did the Lord take away my child? There is something for me to learn. In and through all this, God is taking. And how He brought that child in my life, how He has taken away. That contact, did that child need my contact all these days? Or did I need that child's contact all these years? How in various things they analyze in such a way, God is the doer. God is making me evolve in a particular way. That one basis, He is the doer. That's how strongly it gets imprinted. The incident appears and disappears. God remains in good and bad times as the doer. And everything with a purpose. There is a purpose. There is a purpose. What is the purpose for which God has done this? They never leave God. Most of the worldly people, the worldly prospects who are seeking, holding on to God, when the things go away or things happen in a wrong way, they will curse God. All their anger, this, that, everything, they put on God. That how it acts, you see. So, Master, the giver is Lord Himself. The mother-in-law said to her daughter-in-law, "My child, I see that everybody has become someone to render him a little personal service. It would be nice if you could find someone to massage your feet." The daughter-in-law said, "Mother, God Himself will massage my feet." Massaging the feet. I don't need anyone else. She spoke thus because she was a sincere lover of God. Once a fakir went to the emperor Akbar to ask for money. The emperor was saying his prayers. He prayed, "O Lord, give me money, give me wealth." The fakir started to leave the place, but the emperor mentioned to him to wait. After finishing his prayer, Akbar came to the holy man and said, "Why were you going away?" The fakir replied, "You yourself are begging for money and wealth. So I thought that I must beg. If I must beg, I would beg to God and not to a beggar." He is also a beggar. He is begging from God and giving to him. Oh, he is a beggar. King is a beggar if he is begging. And why should I beg to king? Why should I beg to a beggar? Let me beg to whom he is begging, the Lord of the universe. Vijay. I saw a sadhu at Gaya. He did not take the initiative in anything. One day he wanted to feed some devotees. Suddenly we found that butter, flour, fruits and other food stuff had arrived from no one knows where. Master, to Vijay and the others. There are 3 classes of sadhus: good, mediocre and bad. The good sadhu makes no effort to get his food. The dandis, among others, belong to mediocre and bad classes. To get food, the mediocre sadhu will knock at the door of the house and say, "Namo Narayana." The bad sadhu starts quarreling if he does not get his alms. Dependence on God. Those who depend on God, how they will be. Those who depend on themselves, how it will be. And those who are bad tendencies also, apart from begging, how they quarrel if nothing is given. The good sadhu behaves like a python. He sits one place and the food comes to him. The python does not move from where it is. A young sadhu who had been brahmachari from boyhood went to beg. Sri Ramakrishna is telling how that God feeds everyone. A young sadhu who had been brahmachari from his boyhood went out to beg. A young girl offered him alms. The sadhu saw her breasts and thought she had abscesses. He asked about them. The elderly woman of the family explained that she would someday be a mother and God has given her breasts to give milk to her children. God had provided for all this beforehand. Child is not born, she would get a child and then the breasts would milk and milk would be fed to the children. And at the time before she is born, it's all decided. At these words, Sadhu was struck with wonder. He said, "Then I don't need to beg. God must have provided for me too." He has provided for all. Unborn baby He has already provided. Once it is born, the milk will be there. And Billy, has He not provided for me? I was born in this world. He has brought me into the world. And arrangements must have been done. for me also. Some of the devotees thought that in that case, they should not take any initiative. Some devotees thought, oh, when that is the case, I too need not take any initiative for anything. Master. But those who think that an effort is needed must make the effort. A total dependence on God, unshaking faith, the trust in God, if it is there, it will happen. Because there is no alternative for him who totally depends on God. Now, we have to pray to God and also put some efforts, some people think. Then the small self-dependence forces them to act. God's help will not come because your faith is short by that small amount. And that you have to work it out. Vijay. There is a nice story about that in Bhaktamala. Master, tell it to us. Vijay, please tell us yourself. Master, no, you tell it. I don't remember it very well. One should hear these things at the beginning. That's why I listened to them years ago. But now I am no longer in that mood. Hanuman said, I do not know the position of the stars or phases of moon. I only think of Rama. When the intoxicated state comes, unbroken thought of divine is shining in the heart. Who will remember where am I? What am I doing? What is the date? What is the week? Who will know? The chatak bird craves only for rainwater. Even when it is dying of thirst, it turns its beak upward and wants only water from the sky. The Ganges, the Jamuna, and the 7 oceans are filled to the brim, but it still will not touch the water on the earth. Rama and Lakshmana visited Pampa Lake. Lakshmana saw a crow, very eager for water. Again and again it went to the edge of the water, but would not drink. Lakshmana asked Rama about it. Rama said, Brother, this crow is a great devotee of God. Day and night it repeats the name of Rama. Its throat is parched with thirst, but still it won't drink for the fear of missing a repetition of Rama's name. On full moon night, I said to Haldari, Brother, is it night of the new moon or love? On full moon day, Sri Ramakrishna is asking someone, is it a new moon or love? Purnima day is asking, is it Amavasya? Smiling. Yes, it is true. Once I was told that characteristic of a man of perfect knowledge is that he cannot distinguish between full moon and new moon. But how could one conceive Haldari of that state who could convince? But how could one convince Haldari of that? He said, this is certainly dark Kali Yuga. He cannot distinguish the full moon from the new moon. All people respect him. How the people understand, you see. Because of Kali Yuga, working over, is not able to distinguish. His the sense of discrimination, sense of perception, understanding has gone away. That's how people think. Master, respectfully, come in. Mahima Charan entered the room. Master, respectfully, come in, come in. Come in, sir. Please take a seat. To Vijay and other devotees, in the ecstatic state of mind, I cannot remember a date. When you are in ecstatic state, it is different. The ecstatic state will be in a different. Means you are unaware of the world. Ecstasy is where when you are unaware of the world, external world. The whole world looks like a painting on a canvas and you are there. In ecstasy. Even some great poets like Wordsworth and all, we seeing the nature, they would enter into ecstatic states and write poems. Now you see, these times when they have lost themselves in a particular thought, can they remember time or date or whether it is day or night? Nothing. They are in their own world, a world of their, you call it fancy or a reality. The other day, there was a religious festival at Benipal's garden. I forgot the date. I can no longer remember the last day of the month, when it is very auspicious to repeat the name of God. Sri Ramakrishna remained thoughtful for a few minutes. Master, but I remember if a man makes engagements to visit me, a man attains this state when his mind is one with 100% absorbed in God. His mind is 100% absorbed in God, completely absorbed in God. He is not able to recognize external details. Mind is the instrument through which we understand, calculate, see everything. Mind is the thing which does all this work. But I remember if a man makes engagements to visit me, that he is going to come, and mind prepares how to lift that soul, how to make him, put him on the path to God. What are the things? Because of that love for the jiva, if anybody says, I am going to come this time, this day, that soul, Sri Ramakrishna will be waiting for that soul to come. When Hanuman returned from Ceylon, Rama said to him, you have seen Sita. Tell me, how did you find her? Hanuman said, O Rama, I saw that only the body of Sita was there. In it, neither her mind nor soul. Only body was there. There was no mind, no soul. She has indeed consecrated her mind and soul to you, to your lotus feet. Therefore, I saw only her body in Ceylon. Further, I saw the king of death prowling about. But what could he do? It was only body. It had neither mind nor soul. because she is not taking food, she is not moving, she is just in the thought of Rama. She has become still all the time, immersed in Rama's. She has offered his body and mind, everything to Rama's feet. And she is in as if deep contemplation of the Rama. And body has become weak and weak and weak, and it's going to fall off. Yama is waiting to take it away. But it does. What will he take? Because there is neither soul nor mind. Hanuman is telling. If you meditate on an ideal, you will acquire its nature. Je jar dhyan kore, she tar shatta paye. If you think God one day and night, if you think of God day and night, you will acquire the nature of God. Day and night, if you are thinking of God, you will acquire the nature. You will become godly. A salt doll went into the ocean to measure its depth. It became one with the ocean. What is the goal of books or scriptures? The attainment of God. A man opened a big book belonging to a sadhu. He saw the word Rama written on every page. There was nothing else. He was carrying a book. Sadhu was carrying. What will be there? He wanted to see. He took it out and saw every page, everywhere Rama, Rama is written. There was nothing else. If a man, how that one ideal being presented, holding on to one ideal, getting lost in one ideal, how it will be? Ekatattva abhyasa. Whole body, mind, soul, everything is given to that one. And that one alone is there in mind, in body, in thoughts, in feelings. That one is there. That is the state Sri Ramakrishna is trying to explain to us. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.